Welcome to Storytelling. This week's guest is a business poet. He has developed Unlocking Creativity and Building Trust interactive workshops. These are the power of poetry to develop personal and mutual vulnerability within teams. The process enables senior executives and others to improve their overall communication skills, relationships, and solve the unsolvable. The results have been remarkable, not only in unlocking creativity and driving innovation, but leading to increased productivity and profit. Please welcome David Adams.
This poem is called Wealth and Abundance. Don't interrupt me on my journey to abundance, even though I'm already here. I play the game. I'm already there. My goals and my targets reached before I begin. My abundance, like my cup, runneth over, soaring over the jungle treetops, never fearing, never greedy for the ultimate killing. Enjoying life to the utmost, an outstanding being in a state of focus, silently glowing abundantly. Not only debt-free, but magically, objectly singing, seeing, feeling, willing myself in ecstatic joy, having planned, having achieved the result, having garnered riches beyond the dreams of avarice. By giving, by contributing my joyous soul for blessings far beyond the cash pots, the real estate, the false estate of men inured, of men ennobled, of men shackled by the miseries of wealth. Ill-gotten, not well earned, not well achieved, simplicity rules strategically, opting for subtle transactions, making the lottery of life a sure-run thing. Eloquent in our blazing glory, tempestuous in our magic and mysterious potions, purified, beautified in the clear crystal waters of nature's spring, nature's reward.
Beautiful. Hello, David, and welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, Debbie. Good morning.
David, why is poetry so important to our language?
I've always been amazed by the amount of thought and life and content that one can get in very few words. And that's what excites me about poetry.
And David, such a wonderful poem that you blessed us with. How did you put that poem together? What were the main aspects of it for you?
When you're writing poetry, sometimes you don't think at all. It just comes out. And this one was written quite a long time ago when I was going through a difficult time and I was looking for the way out. And this was in a way a sort of target. And that's what came out of me. And it worked.
So poetry is just literally another way of you expressing yourself. And poems don't necessarily have to rhyme either.
No, mine rarely do. Sometimes they do. It's about rhythm rather than rhyme.
What advice would you give to someone who wants to explore poetry even further?
If I answer it from the gut, which is where poetry, in my view, should come from, it's just about letting go. I do a workshop where I start at the beginning and say rules and terms and conditions do not apply. Break the rules. Just let it go. Let it happen. I first wrote poetry when I was a kid at school. I didn't really like the poems that we were told we had to read and listen to and so on. And then we did what was called further education. I was on the classical side and we had science lessons, which I hated, absolutely loathed. So I wrote poems to the masters. explaining why I preferred to go to history and English and other stuff. And it just came out, and they were published in the school magazine, so somebody thought they were okay. Sober and simple, sensuously singing in rain-filled arias of sublime feeling. Listen to the heartbeat, the songs of thrushes, totally deaf. Mysterious flings along the oceans of sympathy, buzzing hopelessly along the tides of Neverland. Whispering, my friend, whisper loudly, so that the audience awakens from its somnolent slumber. Awaken, you gods of fire, your burden begins.
David Adams, that's another amazing poem. Thank you very much for being a part of this podcast episode. And thank you very much for your time.
My pleasure.
If you'd like further information about David Adams and how to unlock your creativity, then please follow the link in the show notes.